Hey, how's it going? Preps here, and welcome back to another Marvel Strike Force video. Well, apparently it's already been a month since I retired my old account and started a brand new free-to-play account in Marvel Strike Force. So I thought it'd be a good idea to go over my account and have a look to see what progress I've made so far. Enough said, let's get into it. Alright, I'm currently sitting at 32 days played, so a little over a month, and that's because I've recorded this video a couple of times and I just wasn't happy with how it turned out. I'm level 66 and this is probably a little low. I've missed my daily objectives a day or two over the Christmas period, and I only spend 50 cores a day on energy, not 200, and that's for the web milestone. The rest gets saved for important characters that I need to core for, such as raid or arena characters. I'm currently rank 152 in arena, which is pretty nice. It means that I'm in a fairly new arena shard. Once I get strong enough to push for top 50, I'll do that, but as long as I'm sitting here getting 200 cores a day, I'm happy. My alliance is currently doing Greek 3 and Ultimus 6 raids, and now that I've got stronger teams, I'll be moving to an alliance that's doing Orcus and Doom raids, so that'll be good. Speaking of teams, let's have a look at my roster to see where it stands after 1 month. So up the top, I've got the characters favorited that have nodes that I need to farm every day. Makes it nice and easy to keep track of. So the main teams I've invested into at the moment are Spider Society, Orcus, Annihilators, and Uncanny Avengers. Uncanny Avengers are more of a side project since I won't be needing them for a little while yet, but until I got Annihilators unlocked, Falcon was actually my biggest character and he was doing some pretty solid work in arena. The only other characters I've really put any investment into was Invisible Woman and Kahori, and that's because I got super lucky early on and got 100 drop for Kahori. So I was using her alongside Falcon in arena. Invisible Woman, well, she recently got a rework and her stats are now bonkers. She's going to be on my legendary team for Dark Dimension for sure. Speaking of Dark Dimension, I managed to get Dark Dimension 1 done yesterday. It's no surprise really, it's extremely old content, so characters these days just walk through it. I think now would be a pretty good time to talk about my plans going forward. So building up the raid teams is my #1 priority. I've got Spider Society and Orcus going. The next team I'd like to work on is the Night Stalkers. I'm a few shards short for Blade and 20 or so short for Agatha, but I hope to get them unlocked soon. I'm trying to hold off on investing into Extreme X-Men or Hivemind just yet, as we know one of these two teams will be the next raid team to be replaced, so if I can make do with the other raid teams until we find out that information, I'd be pretty happy. So at the moment I'm farming shards for the 5 main raid teams as well as the 2 spotlight raid teams, Alpha Flight and Uncanny Avengers. Having as many stars on these characters is going to make the content a lot easier. With the raid team sorted, let's talk about arena. My Annihilators are coming along nicely. I've been farming Gore from the Blitz store alongside Silver Surfer. I want big stars on these characters for when I'm ready to take on the Shadow King's trials. Gladiator was in the Spotlight raid orb, so I managed to get a lot of his shards that way, and Scopely decided to give us a bunch of shards for Thanos for Christmas, so that was pretty cool. The other teams I'm farming shards for are the Illuminati, Mercs for Money, Out of Time, as well as the Cabal with Emma and Loki, and this is so that I can get as many stars on Old Man Logan and Shadow King as possible. Those two legendaries along with Iron Man, Black Bolt and Invisible Woman are gonna be my legendary team for Dark Dimension. Well, that's about it. Build raid teams and farm shards for important characters, probably the 2 most important things to do when you first start playing. I'll be doing separate videos on what nodes I'm farming, which characters I'm farming from the store, and a lot more. I tried to incorporate it into this video, but it just became too bloated and hard to follow. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. It really helps the channel out. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.